You will proudly wear a Hartgrave H on your tramp stamp. Go get a magazine. Mr. Hartgrave's going to be in it, and go brand Mitch with an H if you are
Hell
so
yeah.
bold. If you might just make it a part of my ending credit crawl. I told you before we started, I had a strong feeling you were going to be my second best guest. We got
Let's
this
go
thing.
smash it. I'm kidding.
You mother
Okay.
third best guest now. This is gonna be the clip that I'm gonna put like at the start so that people think we talk about Marvel Strike Force more than we do. I know you know him, everybody. This is Mitch, the owner of Gore Noir magazine. Now this goes way back on the channel, and we got some splaining to do, Mitch. Me and you, we partnered up about a year ago. Was it a year ago that we did the last Kickstarter?
I think it's about a year. Yeah. Yeah,
And
it was an Indiegogo. It's completely different.
okay,
Indiegogo is
okay.
different than Kickstarter.
That was Indiegogo, and we were working together to get Gore Noir out to people. Or I just kind of jumped on it. I saw
You
it, and,
did.
and I do like a charity case every year. And you were
You
my
too. I
charity
was a
case.
charity case.
You were my
Yeah.
charity case that year.
I
I
was like,
believe in your
please,
magazine.
sir. Please, sir.
I believe in your magazine. I love it. I got it right here on the table.
Look at that.
I got
Look at
something to
that.
tell you.
Unprovoked.
We
Unprovoked. It's just always there.
It's just there. Well, usually it's in the background. It's usually I
I
rep
know.
for you. It's in the background of countless videos, right? Because I believe it's a cool magazine. By the way, guys, I want to say this up top too before we get. I have so much to talk to you about because we haven't like spoken in so long.
Yeah,
But
it's been a minute.
before we get into that, I want to make sure people know. I want to get the business part of the way out. This Kickstarter is
Yes.
going on right now. Okay, guys,
Yes.
we need your fucking help. Like this is serious. Like
Get in there.
I don't know how fucking serious I can be with you, but like Gore Noir needs your help. Print media is suffering. Why the fuck are you doing print media, Mitch?
It's because I'm crazy. That's the reason
Well,
why.
I
It's
mean,
because
like
I'm
seriously, like what's
absolutely
going on?
crazy.
Like you believe in it, right? Like there's got to be some kind of
So you're a fellow comic book lover.
yes,
So I grew up with comic books. That was
yeah,
like me collecting cards and comics and all that kind of stuff. And I loved collectability and like variant covers and all that stuff. So I
yeah,
like owning that stuff and collecting all of
yeah,
it. So when you're that kid and you're still that kid at,
yeah,
44 years old, you want to make those things. I can't make that digitally. I'm not going to make NFTs. Like,
yeah.
no.
Nah, I hear you. There's something about it. Yeah, I like owning these. I just
Yeah.
fucking do. I like this one's got Ghost on it. This one's got
Yep.
Freddy on it. This one's got. I love all this shit. I love They Live. You've done a whole merchandise line around They Live.
Yeah.
All on his
Yep.
website, by the way. But here's the thing I wanted to tell you is that there's a Kickstarter going on right now. You can back it. It's still live. It says 13
Yep.
days to go. There's only like fucking 10 days to go by the time you're watching this on YouTube. The link's going to be down below, and back this shit. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go through all the pledge levels if I can get the goddamn page to display right. We're going to go through all the pledge levels. We're going to talk about this. I got a ton of shit to talk to Mitch about. It's going to be a great interview. What the fuck am I like pitching how great this interview is going to be like during the, I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
I already know. I can feel it in my bones.
I can feel it. This is going to be great. You're going to want to watch this this video like 3 fucking times, and you're going to want to
Yes.
back this campaign. Okay, look, I don't
Make,
know if I
make
can.
reaction videos to this video.
I don't know if I can hit this any harder. I don't know if I can chill any harder for you, Mitch. And okay, all right, let's get personal about this because this is
Let's do it.
this isn't like some casual shit where I'm like, he's paid me this much. You haven't paid me shit. I paid you.
Nothing. You
I
have.
fucking paid you.
This is a good sponsorship.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Hey, you got some cool shoes. And
Well, that's what I wanted to say. I got these fucking shoes.
Look at that.
These
And
are
some
my
magazines.
primary shoes, Mitch.
Are they?
Yes, I wear these
Nice.
all over town. I walk my dog in these shoes. These are the shoes that you are so on my fucking mind, dude. Like,
I need like a POV. It's just like a camera just at the shoes as you're walking throughout a day.
this is
That's gonna be-
I'm trying to tell this is fucking personal to me. I don't know why I hitched myself to you, Mitch, but you just seem you seem like a cool guy. I like the shit you do. I like your partnership with Stephen Strange, right? We both
He's a good dude.
Are Stephen Strange fans. He did the art
Yeah.
that's here on my cup. Some people that are watching this literally own that shit on a t-shirt. Like,
Yep. That's rad.
we're big fans of Stephen Strange on this channel.
Yeah.
And once a year, we usually do something for charity. This year, unfortunately, somebody already caught our attention. Unfortunately for you, Darby Allen was doing the skate park project thing, and we raised $600 for that. But in a previous,
so that's rad.
yeah, it's really fucking cool. So we hooked him up this year with that charity, and but last year you were like our charity, and we were like, let's fucking help out Gore Noir, and kind of somebody beat you to it. I'm already in a magazine. So I don't know if you know or not, but I already made it into a magazine. So this will now be the second magazine that will contain MrHartgrave once this thing is out. So Mitch, tell me and the Gravediggers what we can expect in this Versus issue. It used to be the Mask issue, now it's the Versus issue of Gore Noir. Once it's fully backed, once it's being sent out, what can we expect? Do I get a pull-out poster at this point?
You do not get a pull-out poster. But I can add one if you want that. There's a producer backer that you can put on there. If you are the producer backer, I will put a poster in there if you want. That's fine.
I think my producer would have to do that.
Your producer, your actual
my producer. I do have a producer, and he could back it. I do. I have a producer. I have. I don't know what else I have. I have a few things, but.
For me, it's just me. I wear like a different hat. I'm like, oh, hey, it's the producer. Hey, hi, how's it going? I'm the producer. Oh, hey, producer, how's it going? No, but
I became my own editor at one point. I did become my own editor. God damn, what a job that is.
It's not fun. That's why
this MrHartgrave guy, he fucking shoots a lot of video. Really does, and he's a fucking horrible
You're just like
boss.
clicking through it. You're like, God damn it!
Yeah,
this fucking dude.
This guy is impossible. This interview is gonna be a goddamn nightmare itself to edit together. So there's that.
Good thing you're not doing it, right?
yeah. Good thing. It is me. I am the editor. So
no,
all right. So we don't get a pull-out poster. All right. What can you expect?
No.
This thing's in our hands. You're a grave digger. You're like, I want to see MrHartgrave in his second magazine appearance.
So I like how you just keep jabbing that in there.
I am. You could have been the first baby, but now it's sloppy seconds for you, Mitch.
Too bad you took too long. Yeah,
I fucked around. So... I found someone else to give me what I need. It's beautiful too. Did you want to take notes? I could send it over.
So this is all I got to do right here.
Oh god damn! It's beautiful. Look at that. So that's the cover, and that's done by Stephen Strange.
This is the Stephen Strange, yeah.
It is fucking
this is a sample beautiful. I had printed.
It is
just so I could be like, look at the magazine.
I love it.
Ooh.
It is wonderful. Wait, am I in there? What's in there? Yet. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Well, it's literally like a sample, so I'm just like.
Oh, it's just like some random shit.
No. There's a couple articles that I had.
Okay. All right, it's coming around. This is good. This is our first glimpse.
First glimpse.
This is the first glimpse. This is okay.
That's the other cover. But yeah, this is the first glimpse of
this issue has had a troubled develop. Has there been any other issue of Gore Noir that has given you such shit, or have they all been a struggle to birth?
This is like my passion. Like I'm like, yeah, this one's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna love putting this out there, and I'm just like, crickets the first time, and I'm like, you helped out quite a bit, but it was like,
I tried, man. I tried. I thought I was gonna kick it off. I thought, Mitch, I'm gonna drop a big fucking number on this and just kick it off and get everybody excited, and it was like me.
Yeah, and then I had like 2 conventions after that. So I was like, cool, these 2 conventions are going to happen. Both these conventions I'm going to make decent money at, and I'll have the issue and there'll be no problem.
Yeah.
And then those 2, they had, So that was basically what happened. It was like, okay, there's enough money here to like have about halfway there. And then I had the 2 conventions that didn't do well at all. And I'm just like, oh, actually it was 3 conventions. And it was just like, man, like, it was just a bad convention season is basically what it broke down to. So I'm just like, what can you do? Like printing a magazine, you have to print a certain amount of them in order to like do wholesale and make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I sell to a store, I have to sell at least like, half. And so you've got to figure how much do I have to make them in order to make money. It's like, yeah, print problems basically is what it breaks down to.
I'm telling you, man, what are you doing with this print media stuff? Look, I get it. I get it because it's like physical things. They actually
Yes,
exist. It's
exactly.
I
So
yeah,
like if you had this on your phone, like
it's different. It just
that's
hits
not for
different.
anybody. That's for you.
It hits
Like
different.
if you can't put that on your coffee table or and it's not collectible. There's just it hits different. Like and being a comic book lover, like I want to collect, I want to put stuff in my box and like all that kind of stuff. Which on that note,
Yeah, let's have a look at the
so
campaign. Let's get into this
yes,
and kind
look
of
at the
go through
campaign.
what's going on here. So,
So
um,
we actually have comic sized magazines that I'm. This is
yeah,
the
we're doing something different.
first time I'm ever doing the comic sized magazines. So the lovely Stephen Strange is actually going to sign them.
Nice.
I IM'd him. He said he'll do it, so he's doing it.
You can get these
Uh,
fuckers slabbed.
yes, exactly.
What
That's
the
the main thing. Is
what the
I've
hell?
put a lot of this stuff out, and I have comic book people, and they're like, oh, like everything has to be sent to them in like a box and it
Yeah,
has to make
yeah.
sure that it's nice and neat and like I'm used to magazines. I put it in a manila envelope and I send it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I send to magazine people. Now when it's comic book people, they have like a whole different, it's a different thing. And I understand I'm a comic person, but I was never one of those people that like looked at the edges and made sure everything was pristine. It's a different level now of
It is. It
collectors.
is. It is. It is. And these are
Uh,
these are these are great covers. I mean, you
Thank
got
you.
three of my favorite things right here by Stephen Strange. You got his Freddy take on the Spider-Man cover. You got Pinhead, and then you have this beautiful looking Ghost versus Slipknot cover,
Yes.
and all comic size now, which
Yeah.
appeals to some people. And is it the same
Well,
magazine shrunk down?
so it's actually going to be 30 pages instead of 64. So it's actually going to be a little bit different than the actual regular copies of it. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's basically the similar things that were in the actual magazines themselves, but shrunk down and then edited into a comic sized magazine. And like you were saying, in order to CGC grade, most of the stuff people need the comic book size and a lot of people like I collected the Spider-Man number ones when I was a kid. Like I grabbed every single one that I could find. There's like whole forums for that.
Yeah.
So there's people that collect those, and that's who actually caught wind of that the first time, and they were like, "Whoa, why is this came to me?" And it looked, I'm just like, "Oh man, like I'm sorry, like I didn't expect this." You know what I mean? Like
You know what? I
I'm
I
just a
collect
magazine maker.
I collect figures, right?
Yeah,
And it is fucking annoying when I order from like Ringside Collectibles. They're goddamn Ringside Collectibles. And they ship me damaged boxes. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, why aren't you double boxing this shit? Like,
yeah.
it is annoying. Like, like I'm an adult buying children's toys. But you know that that's what I'm doing because it's a big fucking order. So like, double box that shit, you assholes.
So that's basically what I got called on, and like I
Yeah, we're
found
gonna
it on the
call you on it. We're
forum
gonna get
too.
mad. Us man babies get fucking upset about that shit. Yeah.
Which I understand. Like I fucking whiffed it, and after that I like bought the little boxes, and I
You
was
got
like, here you go.
boxes. Yeah,
Like
double
this
box.
is what pay an extra this much, and I will box it up and put it in this perfect little thing here. So that's
Well, that's good.
something that's going.
Well, that's
So
good. So what else do we have going on here? Now we got comic size mag. Now is that a cost saving? Is this gonna help kind of make it happen, or is this just like a feature for people? Can you get the full magazines?
so this is something that I was like, okay, I've done the comic covers before, and I wanted to like I was like, why have I never done them in comic size? It just kind of hasn't been like it wasn't anything that dawned on me. And I'm like, I wanted to have something that was different with this Kickstarter than compared to the Indiegogo that was before. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what can I do? What can be something different for the magazine that I haven't done before? Like I've done coffin shaped magazines, like
Okay. Cool.
VHS size magazines, like all this different stuff, but like comic book size, just kind of like
It seems
perfect for
obvious.
those.
It seems kind of
It
obvious,
seems very
actually.
obvious. Like, but I'm like, no, I'm a magazine. I
Yeah,
can't
we're
do
a
this.
fucking
And I'm just
magazine.
like,
Well, I'm glad
why
I'm
can't
glad.
you?
I'm glad you broke down because I think it is a cool idea. I think it's something that it suited well to the art style that you get from Stephen Strange because he does
Exactly.
comic book covers, so kind of
Yeah.
fits for
And
that.
the formatting too for when he sends it to me is all formatted for a comic book. So I have to like
There you go.
crop it a bunch when I have to make
Yeah.
it into a magazine because it's
Oh, that's an
different
interesting
ratio.
point. So this is
Yeah.
actually like the full art. If this was on a
Yep.
magazine, it would be a little different. It'd be less art.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cropped differently. And
Okay.
for the comic book size, they're actually it's a different like the covers are formatted a little different stuff on it. So
Yeah, you know what? I
it's
noticed that too because you actually have some large prints of these covers of the pinhead,
yeah,
and it came on a big long,
yeah,
long printout, like it was a comic book cover. So that's cool. So
yeah.
you get the full art if you do it that way.
And
What's
it's
what?
signed by Steven.
That's great too, because I'm telling you, that guy, I feel like he's gonna break out at some point. He's such a goddamn good artist. Um,
Well, I'm trying to do that. I
yeah,
just commissioned him for another cover, so uh, we're gonna blow this Kickstarter out of the water, and then the next Kickstarter that we got going is gonna be some cool stuff.
ooh,
Should
exciting.
we do a Heartgrave exclusive for what's next?
Yeah. Fucking give me an exclusive. What is next, Mitch?
So after we blow this one out of the water, next one's going to be a Terrifier issue.
Oh,
So
nice. That's a big one. Yeah.
yeah, Terrifier. Everybody loves Art the Clown. I already had an interview with David, the guy who plays Art the Clown,
Nice.
like back for when it was like the number one, like the first one they had done. So we're gonna do some extra questions for because they have part 3 that's gonna be coming out,
They do.
and Stephen Strange is doing a another comic homage
Nice.
for Terrifier alternate cover for that one. So
All
it's
right.
gonna be pretty rad.
What's the comic? What's the tie-in? Can you tell us?
So I give you that too.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I think we've earned it.
my top two heroes uh, are Spider-Man and Wolverine. So
Okay.
this one's going to be Wolverine.
Nice. Okay, I can see where you might be going with that. I know there's
Yeah.
quite a few iconic Wolverine covers out there. Put it down in the
Uh,
comments which iconic cover you would like to see Art the Clown be made up in. I don't know if I can recommend people go watch Terrifier. That is one of the horror
no,
movies that I watched recently, and I would be kind of a sicko to be like, go watch Terrifier, guys. It's fucking great. Um, I wasn't. Is my life made better by watching it? I mean, maybe. I mean, I definitely feel like cooler after watching it. Like now I know what is like hip in the horror. It's a kind of Terrifier's like maybe the coolest shit going on in horror right now. Like it's the thing everybody talks about.
it's definitely has a huge following right now,
It's unique.
and it's definitely unique. It's like definitely like they've made Art the Clown like a horror icon,
Yeah,
and
I
there's a
think
lot of people
I think
that
so.
are kind of jealous of it too, and like the horror scene, like they're like,
Yeah.
no, it's terrible. I'm just like, wait, you guys are just
I
sad that you
wouldn't
didn't
I wouldn't
come up
say
with that.
that. Like it's definitely like all right, I definitely got edgelord vibes off of this, right? It's trying
Yep.
hard, but it's also kind of successful. And it's not like it's over the top for the sake of being over the top,
Oh yeah.
absolutely, you know.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of shit to compete with, and
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of modern you got to update it. You got to top. There's a if you're gonna be just like the things that came before, why not just watch the things that came before? So
Yeah.
I think
You
it's
can't do
interesting.
another Halloween and just like go around stabbing people. Like Halloween can't even do Halloween anymore. So
I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with part 3. If they're going to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Terrifier 3.
I only watched part 1. I'm behind. I gotta watch part 2. I don't know how the narrative is
Oh,
evolved. Is
okay.
part
So
2 pretty? Should I go watch that?
so if you thought that number one was over the top, then I don't know if you should watch number two.
Well, I didn't mind the over the top stuff. I think
Okay.
you know what? I spent the whole movie trying to figure out how misogynistic this movie is. Like, just scrutinize it, like watch it. Like, is it not? Is it homage to the past, which was very misogynistic, or is it truly is it still misogynist? Is this an homage or genuine? I don't know, and I'm still curious. And maybe if I watch another one or another two, I'll figure out what the intent of the filmmaker actually is. It's hard to say.
I think it's definitely kind of like like a love letter.
I don't know, man.
Love letter.
It's not a love letter to women. Any movie where someone is like chainsaw.
Well, a lot of horror has never been a love letter to women.
No, it's not. So that's like I get that it's pure in that regard. Like it holds to the tropes. It holds to the tropes.
Exactly.
But like so does a lot of modern horror while bringing in more of modern sensibility. The original Terrifier doesn't really bring in a lot of modern sensibilities.
So you might like number 2 in that regard then.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, do they kind of, stop being so edgelord? Like,
there's a strong female lead that is like, not to say that there wasn't a strong female lead in the first one.
There's a final girl in the first one, is what you would call it, right?
There's a final girl, exactly. It's not like a Laurie Strode kind of character. You know what I mean? And
which is fine. Not every movie has to have that. Like, I'm not fucking super woke over here, and I'm like every movie has to have appeal to
Yeah.
It's just, I have daughters. I have a wife. I when I watch movies, I'm like, should I show this to them or should I hide this shit?
Yeah. And that's kind of hard with horror too, because horror, like you said, definitely does have like a strong like background of misogyny, because it's like sex sells, obviously.
It does. It does.
And that was, it was kind of like born from exploitation to begin with. So
absolutely. Well, I think we've pitched Terrifier enough. Let's talk some more about this. I'm excited for that. I mean, that sounds really cool. A whole magazine about it. It is fascinating. That's the thing about it. It was fascinating. I want to learn more about it. I could sit here and go through websites. I could watch YouTube videos, but I actually kind of do prefer to learn about this shit in magazine format, like I did when I was a kid reading Fangoria. Exactly. I just do. Like, it was fun going through I read every single one of these magazines that you sent me. And I really enjoyed it. I look forward to the next issue because it's just a fun way to hang out with this stuff in print format. You do a beautiful job with how these magazines look. And what are our tiers here? So we've got the first thing we got here is a Gore Noir trading card signed by you and a wristband. And that's for $15.
Yeah, that's my artwork on there.
And then the next is we get the regular versus mask issue.
Yep.
This is $17, limited to 1,000, limited run.
Yeah. All the issues are going to be limited run, and all the issues I've done are all limited run. Once I sell out, I sell out. They're not going to keep.
I shouldn't be throwing these around all willy-nilly. I should be like protecting these,
maybe.
Fucking throw it.
Those ones are like 3,000.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is even more limited.
Yeah.
Is that how it's going to continue on? The next one's going to be only 500, only 100,
no,
10.
I got to at least print 1,000 to be like in the ballpark for my print runs.
You gotta start numbering these, hand numbered. All right.
So that was already something that I was working on, but I'm just like, I can't put the magazines out. Well, I do hand number some of them. When I'll do like less than 50 or 50 or less, then I'll hand number them.
Okay, that's crazy. All right, so we got the regular versus mask issue. Now, this is basically the issue that you had envisioned a year ago. Is that right?
Exactly. That's the mask issue. So
it's
I did mask / versus because like it's Slipknot versus Ghost, and there was other things that I thought of like too, like Freddy versus Jason and things like that. That kind of like is huge in comic books. Like I was like, oh yeah, Wolverine versus Hulk and things like that. So it kind of all just kind of meshes well together.
All right, sounds good. And our next tier down here is the special limited edition, 1,000 pieces.
Yep.
This is the Ghost Slipknot cover with the trading cards. Okay, yeah. This is the one that I was most interested in from the last time around. I like this one. I like the trading card. Who won? I know that there was a vote between Slipknot and Ghost last time around? Was there ever
We're
determined
we're
victor?
gonna wait until this is done to tell you
Oh,
who won.
okay. All right. I'm excited about that. I was pulling for Ghost. I actually went and took my whole family to go see Ghost recently. They came here
Oh,
to New
really?
Jersey. Yeah, it was my kids' first rock concert. I wanted my kids to have
Nice.
something really cool to say, and now they can legitimately tell people if they, because that's a question you get in life sometimes. What was your
Yeah,
first rock concert? And my kids can go Ghost. You know what I have to fucking
Ghost.
tell people? You know what my fucking parents did to me?
What'd they do to you?
Jesus fucking Christ. I can't believe I have to fucking say this. I can't believe I have to actually sit here and tell you that my first rock concert was fucking Jefferson Starship. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
It's not that cool, but it's
It
not
is not
that
that.
bad. It could be
It is
worse.
pretty fucking lame, dude. It is pretty fucking. This is like in the 80s. This is the bad phase. This is not the cool phase.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
fucking
I'm
bad.
sorry.
This is We Built This City. That was the We Built This City tour. I'm not fucking around. Yeah, it's bad.
We built this city. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
geez.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That fucking right. Yeah, that's my fucking concert. I get now. The first one I took myself to was Marilyn Manson, right? So I can fuck around and say that was my first concert, but I know in my heart of hearts it was fucking Jefferson Starship. That's rough.
So
It's rough, boys.
my first was I had to take myself to it. My mom and dad didn't take me to shit. It was the Warp Tour. I went to the Warp Tour way
That's
way
fucking
back.
cool.
Yeah, Warp Tour
That's
was pretty
fucking
cool.
cool. Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Jefferson airplane. I mean Starship.
Airplane's cooler. Starships that airplanes like when it was good, and then starships when it turned crap, right? I don't know. Maybe it was a great show. It was fucking Alaska. The options were limited. Look, I'll give him a pass on that, okay? But
Right.
Jesus Christ. Ghost is awesome though. Like Ghost is like kind of hardcore. Like where'd you go? We went to Ghost. And it was kind of wild too, because it's kind of like it feels like a Black Mass. Like a little you're into it. And Ghost people are kind of my people. It's kind of awesome. Like everybody there is kind of awesome. No, nobody sucks. Everybody's
There's people that
cool.
like talk shit about Ghost, but it's just people that are like, oh, they're not metal. And it's like it's like not supposed to be metal. It's like I call it like satanic choir music.
I don't know, man. Like there was metal as fucking Black Sabbath was metal,
Yeah,
and what
exactly.
the fuck? Like what the
Blue Oyster
fuck?
Cult.
How hard does it fucking need to be for you goddamn Neanderthals?
These days it needs to like melt your face and like
does it need to fucking melt your face? I'm like, it's like, I'm sorry that it's also good music, guys. Fuck.
Yeah,
It's horrible. Yeah, fucking sorry.
Sorry it's popular.
Shit. Yeah. Sorry this guy's making mad bank. Fucking horrible, right? Oh my God, it's also marketable to the masses. You can take your kids to a show? Fuck, this is horrible.
Sold out.
Yeah, fucking sold out. It's ridiculous. No, it was a great fucking show. All right. We're just going to rep for other people. Is that what we're going to do?
Yes.
This is the shit we're into. This is the shit you make magazines about. That's what's cool about it. You have the back issue package. I love this. This is if you've been sleeping on Gore Noir and you want to get all the same issues that I have here on my desk. You can do this. This is going to get you 4 issues for $35. That's actually a pretty sweet fucking deal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually cheaper than the $10 cover price.
Yeah, that's fucking great. And those are all great magazines, by the way. I believe you sent me that, and all those fucking magazines are phenomenal. I would highly suggest that you back that shit and pick up those issues because they are fun as fuck to read. Those are great issues. And then you got the comic-sized magazines. This is kind of like, this is premium over here. This is $60, boys. I mean, this is nice, though. I kind of want this one, not going to lie. This is pretty fun, cool.
You got to pay a little extra if we're going to have Stephen Strange,
He is going to sign them.
He's got to work that wrist out, so.
He is going to sign them. They are going to be, you're going to ship these to me properly in a fucking box. You're not going to fuck me up?
Fine.
Yeah, ship them. Don't fuck around, man. Ship them properly.
I will. They're going to be like origami.
And there's only going to be 100 of these.
Yes.
No shit.
No shit.
So there's going to be 100 of those.
That's it.
Is MrHartgrave going to be in? What is the contents of these? What is inside the magazine? What is
what's on the cover?
Okay, it's those
Nightmare
issues.
on Elm Street, Yeah, Hellraiser. It's from those issues, the Nightmare on
Okay.
Elm Street issue, the Hellraiser issue. It's all going to be all stuff from that. I'm going to include a couple new things in each of them, just kind of be
Oh.
different.
Ooh.
Because of course, when it comes to variants, I don't like to be straight up and like I don't like to do like, oh, here's volume 2 and it's like exactly the same thing as the first one. I like to keep the first one. I'm one of those collectible people, so
Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. So,
yeah.
if you somehow already have some of these, or if you're backing the other things, you're backing the versus issue, this is going to be a little different inside. So you
Yeah.
have some extra stuff. Will Mr. Hartgrave be in the comic-sized versus issue?
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you. That's very nice for us over here. All right. Well, I might have to back it now.
Before I was on the fence.
I wasn't sure, but if I'm gonna be fucking in it, maybe
You even have your own trading card.
I got a few fans out there that might be into that. I got a few comic book Mr. Hartgrave fans. All right, motherfucker. That would be the first comic book Mr. Hartgrave. Is it? Does that count as a comic book?
Look at that there. Yeah.
Does that count?
I guess that counts.
Hold on. Were you showing it to us? I didn't have you on camera.
So you're not in here yet.
What the fuck are you showing me?
I was just grabbing it.
I think you're showing me something.
You're on. What's going on? What's he pulling out?
I already have a magazine that's got me in it, Mitch. You can't impress me that way.
Look at this. This is fucking cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is nice.
All right. Sorry.
All right. I love Gore Noir magazine. Look, it's no fucking secret. I like it even more. Mr. Hartgrave's in it. So
you can even get that sticker, the I Love Gore sticker. Where's that at?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stickers around here too. I like to stick them on my dog and make people confused.
You like to stick them on your dog?
Stick them on my dog.
Don't have this one yet.
It's a short-haired poodle. You can pull them off pretty easy.
But yeah, the I Love Gore stickers.
Those are nice. I like the I Love Gore stickers. All right, let's get back into it. Is there anything? And then you got a bunch of stuff for people out there. If you want to get a ad in there, if you want to get your image in the magazine, you can do that.
So if you want to be like Mr. Hartgrave, you want to be actually in the magazine itself.
If you want to be in there yourself, you can get in there yourself, and you can get a producer credit.
See, I told you it was on there.
It is on there. And you got a full page ad. And oh, there's this one too, you crazy fucker. This is still on here. No one's ever done this though, right?
No, nobody's ever done it. I keep putting it up there.
I thought about it, motherfucker. I really thought about branding your ass. I really had a good long think about it, because I'm telling you right now, this year, let me switch over here to some serious camera angle, because I gotta tell you some shit. This year has been the hardest year for me as a creator myself. Last year, everything was coming up fucking Hartgrave, right? The channels were taking off, and I had sponsorship deals, and everything was great. But I did the dumbest possible fucking thing I could have done as a creator, and I decided to stop doing what I was doing and do something else. It's a really bad fucking idea. However, just wasn't enjoying covering Marvel Strike Force anymore. I wasn't enjoying that was the main thing. Oh, and then I had a wrestling video game I was talking about, and I wasn't enjoying it. Plus both games decided to die. The wrestling video game died, and Marvel Strike Force is dead as fuck. You still play that fucking game?
Yes.
Okay. You see, if we talk about Marvel Strike Force for 5 minutes, I can put the words Marvel Strike Force in the title of this, and it will get 1,000 views. So maybe we should just talk about Marvel Strike Force.
I can pull up my roster if you want.
Oh, you could do a fucking roster
review.
You can do
a roster review.
And do a fucking... It sucks. Your roster fucking sucks. You're goddamn mid. There's your roster.
Thank you.
This is solid Mr. Hartgrave content. Did you watch Mr. Hartgrave videos towards the end, or were you done with me?
I was...
Did you shed a tear?
In the game. So I was not watching anybody at all. So it's nothing on you.
But you quit. So you quit.
Oh no, I'm still playing the game.
Okay.
I just don't I'm not invested in it at all.
Okay, you quit being hardcore.
Yeah, I used to buy every once in a while.
I
stopped buying.
So you stopped spending and you stopped giving a fuck and you went casual as hell. There it is. There it is, everybody. I think it's
level
pretty.
level 100, and I mean I'm still playing. Like I got like Old Man Logan and all that bullshit. But
There you go. Yeah, you're up with the current shit, and yeah, so am
oh
I.
yeah,
I never stopped playing either, but I very much like you. I just stopped giving a fuck. Like,
yeah,
and when you stop giving a fuck, like, what am I going to make a video about? Like, I don't really
no,
interact with it very much. I turn it on, I auto some shit, I turn it
yeah.
off, and then I edit. I edit all fucking day because I am obsessed with wrestling. Have you followed this over?
I've noticed that you have been obsessed with wrestling, and
Fucking
I haven't been
obsessed.
into wrestling since I was like 9. So I'm like, I really love you, Hartgrave, but like I can't watch wrestling stuff. I'm sorry.
Well, you should check it out. All right, now I'm going to plug myself. Fuck you. I'm going to plug myself. Um,
Now you're gonna have to bring me into the wrestling. You're gonna be like,
I'm going to bring you in.
it's gonna be like Clockwork Orange, and you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
like,
fucking bring you in because I have a whole channel devoted to wrestling content. It's called Parts Unknown. All right.
yep,
And you got to check this shit out. These are the best videos I've ever made in my entire life. You've watched my Marvel Strike Force videos. Those were dog shit. Okay. Those were awful videos.
I
These
watched a couple of these,
are
but
good.
yeah,
All right. And what did you think as a non-wrestling fan? Is there entertainment to be had here or were you bored as shit?
there's definitely entertainment to be had, but it's like imagine us
It helps.
talking about Marvel Strike Force to like some random person on this side of the
All right.
street. They're just gonna be like, ah.
I think it depends on the video, and it depends on it depends on the video.
I
I
like
think this curse of Pentagon here, anyone
uh
can enjoy that shit.
so you should have like a for non-wrestlers,
Hmm.
here's my suggestions.
I kind of that's not a bad idea. I kind of feel like
Yeah.
every video I'm making right now is that way. I don't know if you've been by the channel. Here, this is gonna play kind of loud unless I catch it. Okay. Yeah, I had it muted, so that was good. All these wrestling video essays that I'm doing are
Yeah.
kind of for non-wrestling fans.
Nice.
They're kind of made for people who don't know about wrestling. I know for a long time I was making stuff that was very inside baseball. It was like I was
Yeah.
doing reviews of the various shows, and like you don't give a shit about that. But these wrestling essays, I pretty much walk you through the entire story of whatever's going on.
Oh, that's cool.
And here's one you might be interested in. This one's about the guitarist from Every Time I Die. So there's kind of like
Okay.
a rock, music, wrestling combination here. This guy's named the Butcher.
See,
It's a cool
there are
story.
some wrestlers that like I know of and like
Yeah.
look cool, and I'm like, that would be interesting, like Danhausen, like different stuff like that. But
There you go. There you go.
in
Yeah.
general,
Now Danhausen, that's a get. So are you thinking about getting any wrestlers involved? What I'm trying to set up here, what I'm trying to say is maybe for the next one of these issues,
uh-huh.
we're doing a little wrestling.
Oh, like
Wrestling, little
a
horror
cross
wrestling.
between horror and wrestling.
Yeah, because you got Danhausen, you got Abaddon, you got Darby Allin, you got Malachi Black. There's a lot of them out there.
If we went old school, like
Undertaker.
the Undertaker,
Yeah,
he's the one that I
Boogeyman.
know.
Yeah, yeah, I can name them off all day. I've been living this shit. I actually have
See,
yeah, go ahead.
like when I was into wrestling, it was like like the Legion of Doom and like
Yeah.
uh, Animal and all that kind of shit. That was
Yeah.
like the shit that I loved.
They've gone more hardcore now. The horror
Yeah.
wrestlers that exist are fucking crazy and really interesting. In fact, on AEW, they just had a thing where they did a Reign of Blood. If you haven't seen, I got a video on it. You got to see this.
That'd
fucking
be
thing.
sick.
This Reign of Blood was so fucking crazy. It was one of the most extreme things I've ever seen, especially
Live
in wrestling.
reaction.
Yeah, I should have done some cheesy shit like that. But I was doing a review of the show where I talked about. I think it was this episode here with Darby Allin and the Flamethrower. There's also a spot where Malachi Black, who's like kind of a horror wrestler, I would definitely say that the House of Black is a horror. They're all covered in tattoos and shit, and
Yeah.
he got just absolutely drenched with blood, like absolutely just rained on. It was actually like 2 fire hoses, basically on full bore, just slamming him with blood.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've got the clip of it in the video, so go check that one out. That's for all you
Yeah.
horror fans out there. That's a good one. Yeah, and I try to include horror elements in these videos as well, like always bringing in. I mean, like that's gonna seep into everything I do. So I don't know. That was my pitch. We were
That's
gonna
pretty
talk
much
about
like with me too.
yeah, we were gonna talk about your YouTube channel as well. So you
Oh, yeah.
have what is known as a shitty YouTube channel.
It's very shitty.
And we were talking about this before we started up, and I was like, "Oh, I can help you with your YouTube channel." So, as someone who has monetized 2 YouTube channels, I could probably tell you what you're doing wrong. And well, I'll tell you the main thing.
So first you need to scroll up more.
Oh, all the way.
Hit that subscribe right there.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna do that. No. There you go. There you go. But you got to give people a reason to do that, and it gets very, very difficult.
It does.
The main thing you got to do is remember to ask for it. I know a lot of people who do YouTube content are shy about it and don't want to be that guy. I don't want to ask people to, like and subscribe, but you got to ask people to subscribe. So that thing, you got to get over that shit, especially when you're starting off and no one subscribed to you. The next big thing you got to do is work on these thumbnails and titles. Now, what the fuck is your thumbnail and title strategy, sir?
There is none. That's my strategy.
I especially like this
0.
one down here, this Magic Arena, doing my dailies. That might be the lowest effort title and thumbnail I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's low effort. That's literally just the initial screen from me playing Magic.
You're gonna need to do better than that, sir.
I would do. I'll be like, oh my god, yeah.
Let's look at your most popular. What I usually do when I go to a YouTube channel is what you've done recently is important, but I want to see if you've ever had a hit usually. And you have. So you have had a hit. And this is, you had an interview with one of the nameless ghouls from Ghost.
Yep.
And that's pretty fucking cool. However, the problem is if you can't replicate the thing that you did well, you're kind of fucked.
Exactly.
You're kind of fucked, right? You're kind of fucked. Like,
and that was a long time ago, too.
It's a long fucking time ago, and you can't interview I mean, I don't know. Could you interview a different band guy every week?
Yeah, I definitely could.
Then why the fuck aren't you, Mitch?
Because I haven't been focusing on YouTube.
Yeah, man, what do you do? You could be doing that. I mean, do both things. I mean, that's another thing that I'm big on, is doing both things. So when I make content, and maybe this is something I can kind of help you with. I write a script for the video. I publish the script with Comics Illustrated as an article, and then I take clips from the video and put them on Instagram. I'm actually more famous on Instagram now than I am on YouTube. So the same work, right? Yeah. 3 different things. And you kind of did that here too, because this interview is represented in print as well, right?
Yeah. So all the interviews that I have, everything except for the Doyle interview, if it's an interview, it's in the magazine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That as a creator, that's smart shit. Whenever you can take one action and then get multiple bits of content out of that one action, that's where you got to.
It's definitely the aim for this year is more content and splitting it up into all the different things. Like, I was more active on Instagram before, but now not so much. But it's a must in order to promote and get everything out there. It's what you have to do, especially like us being, content creators and creators in general, like getting your stuff out there. You got to wear multiple hats and like put your stuff everywhere.
Yeah, you really gotta. Oh, it's funny because I got a comment once. It's funny because when they leave comments, they don't think I read them. It's like this guy is this, and I'm like, this pinged my fucking phone, dude. Like it's like this is
I saw it.
This is a fucking notification.
Like you texted me.
You texted me basically. But yeah, the comment was, this guy, I can't fucking stand him because he's a mark for himself. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm a mark for myself. I'm a hardcore mark for myself. How the fuck else could I live? How could I do this?
How did Kanye get so big? He was, high on his own supply.
You're a mark for, like, yes, everybody should be a mark for themselves. In Mitch's world, Mitch should be the coolest fucking guy, right?
You would think so. I
What
just
the
like
fuck,
creating.
man?
That's the problem. I need to be more of a mark for myself.
You got to be a mark for yourself, man. You got to get jazzed because you got to take that interview, you got to make a video, you got to put it in your magazine, then you got to make some
Yeah.
Instagram clips of that shit because you're fucking awesome, Mitch. Okay?
Sprinkle it everywhere.
Absolutely. Get it everywhere. I try to get the MrHartgrave name in as many faces as possible. And that's why I backed it in the first year. I was like, let's do this. Let's get in
Let's
print. Let's
do
get
this.
in stores. Let's be out there. And let's help out Gore Noir as well because I believe in it. I think what you're doing is great. And you had a hell of, I want people to back this because you had a fucking hell of a year. And I
Yep.
think you deserve the support. I think you have put something out there that is awesome. And I'd like to see people support it. What did you go through? What the fuck, man? You said you had a horrible convention year. So every convention you went to, what
It
was
was
going
about
on at these things?
50% of like what I had the years before.
Are
I
just
had
less people
actually
going or just less people interested in magazines or what? Do you have any insight into what the fuck happened?
well, I was taking some risks on a couple conventions that I hadn't
Okay.
done before, and there was just like really low turnout on some of them.
Gotcha.
And you figure if you pay for booth, pay for a hotel if it's somewhere that's kind of far away, it can get
Yeah.
expensive very
You end up
quickly.
you end up spending more money getting there and putting yourself up than you do making at the show, right?
One of the shows I had made like $60, and that's not like
Shit.
after everything. And that at that show I caught COVID.
That's
Uh,
a shitty trip. I had a shitty trip like that too. Marvel Strike Force flew me out to California, and all I got was COVID. Okay, it fucking
See, it was
sucked.
the same thing. So
It
this was like
fucking sucked. Yeah.
shortly after the Kickstarter ended. Like I had a couple of conventions, and then or sorry, the Indiegogo ended. I had a couple conventions, and then I had this one, and it did really bad, and I caught COVID, and I got
Jesus.
back, and I was out for
I
like
remember
4 weeks.
I was messaging you through the COVID thing. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
fucked up, man. You were out.
So
You
it's
were
just like
fucking
I'm
blasted.
sitting there like I'm not making money. I can't ship like, and it's just like,
COVID's
especially when
rough
you're
too.
creator and you like to put stuff out there and you
Mhm.
get like feedback and that helps you out.
Yeah, it
Makes you feel
does.
better about what you're doing. When you're not getting that, like it was hard for me to then after that be like, hey guys, like I need more money for the
Mm,
magazine. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I screwed up. Like what am I gonna do now?
yeah.
So but now I'm working full time, making money, and before I was trying to do the magazine full time, and it was
Yeah,
just
I
like
watched
it was the
your.
worst year. So it was a
Oh
bad year
man.
to go magazine full time. So, but
Oh shit.
back on track now, and I'm like, eat crow, put the magazine back on Kickstarter, and let's make it happen. Like I'm not a person that after 13 years of putting the magazine together that's going to stop doing it. I'm stubborn as fuck. So like, let's make this shit happen.
That's fucking great, man. That's how you gotta be.
Yeah,
You gotta be fucking stubborn to do this shit, because
you too. A print
you gotta
magazine
love
in
it.
2024. Like how fucking stubborn do you have to be doing that shit? Why would you even start that in 2011? Like who does that? Nobody.
You love it,
This
man.
guy.
You gotta love it. I mean, I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're sticking it through. I'm glad it wasn't like I'm glad you didn't give up. And I want to tell you,
Nah.
I've heard nothing but support on it. Just send Mitch some love, guys. Get down in the comments here, even if you can't back the campaign for whatever reason. That shit does help to hear that. I'm sure
It
people will
does.
leave you some nice messages here if they get this far in the video, which I know they will. There's some people out there. They're sick fucks. Yeah, there's a wrestler I follow called Mike Bennett, and he's been wearing this sweatshirt, and it says "No one cares, work harder," and he's got like hats and shit made. And I don't know, something about that, man. As a creator, it's like it's the mindset you got to get into. Nobody gives a
Yeah.
shit that you struggle. You didn't make your Kickstarter. This video sucked. Whatever the fuck happened. Nobody cares. Just work harder, do better, and that's kind of the vibe. I don't know. I mean, like, how are you making it through? What's this year? What's the rest of the year going to be like for you?
This is going to be my best year. I've been doing
Now we're talking.
like shows, blood wrestling, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
if you
gotta
guys are in the
you
if you
gotta
guys
pick yourself back up and keep going. Like you only fail if you don't get back up. That's it.
absolutely. So you're in the Texas area, right?
Yeah, I'm in San Antonio.
If you guys are in San, I don't know how many fucking people. I was telling you, it's always funny when we do like local pitches in these videos because like who
Yeah.
the fuck is there? But look, if you are ever in the San Antonio area, odds are Mitch Gore Noir is putting on some shit around there. Usually at Kick Butt
Yep.
Coffee. Is that where the
Yeah,
shit
Austin,
happens at?
Texas.
That
Yep.
area. Nosferatu Festival is coming up. You do a convention every.
Yeah, it's a vampire festival. It'll
Yeah,
be at the end of February. We have bands,
it's fucking awesome.
burlesque sideshow. We have a bunch of horror vendors. It's cool. It's good times.
Yeah, that's really dope. You know what? I'm pitching myself here locally as a panelist. What I want to do is screen like a collection of my wrestling videos and then
Uh-huh.
talk about it. Talk about wrestling, talk about being a content creator, anything like that. If I can bring my ass out there, would you have MrHartgrave at your convention?
Yeah, come on out.
I got to do that shit. All right. So, guys, stay tuned. Let me know if you're in the San Antonio area, if you want to see some weird shit with MrHartgrave and Gore Noir. Back the fucking Kickstarter. I cannot say this
Yes.
enough, guys. Back this shit.
We want to go another 13 years.
We do.
Putting the magazine out there, and it's come hell or high water, it's going to still happen, but
And let me
it'll
know if
happen
I
even
should I
better.
pony up the $2,000 and put a MrHartgrave on this motherfucker? What do you guys think?
Yeah, comment below.
What do you
Comment
think?
below that he should pony up the 2,000.
Or one of you guys can do it
live
too.
stream it.
One of you guys can do it. One of you sick fucks could put a MrHartgrave on this guy. If you want to stick a Hartgrave H on this dude, where would you put a Hartgrave H?
Are you still doing Twitch?
Yeah, I do
So we go
every
live
every
on Twitch?
Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. I go live on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter/X and Facebook. I'm on all fucking platforms Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We'll go live on Twitch, and
We'll do the tattoo.
get the Artgrave tattoo on there. I have
On-
my friend Holly. She'll put it
On
down.
the tramp stamp. Like what are
On
we?
the tramp stamp. If you do it, we'll do the tramp stamp for you.
Oh Jesus Christ! Are you fucking kidding
See?
me?
What you should do is like start like a little
Oh,
GoFundMe or something like that. Have all the
No.
grave diggers put in for it.
No, there are some sick dude. There's a sick guy out there right now that might just back that and you might have fucked up. You might have just fucked up.
Let's do it. That shit will be funny as fuck.
You will proudly wear a Hartgrave H on your tramp stamp.
Yeah, I never see that shit.
All right. All right, guys, look, it's available. It's open. It's on the Kickstarter. Go get a magazine. MrHartgrave's going to be in it. And go brand Mitch with an H if you are so
yeah.
bold. If you maybe they want to pool up. Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
between some of my most loyal followers, they can all kind of pool it together and just make it fucking happen.
Make it happen.
You will be legendary, at least in my mind.
Exactly. That'll be hilarious. You'd be like, look at this, like video clip of somebody getting the H tattooed on them. Some poor schmuck.
I would run it. I might just make it a part of my ending credit crawl. Like I have wrestlers and stuff like saying cool shit about MrHartgrave. I'm about to roll it. I'm waiting for you to shut the fuck up, and then I'm gonna roll the credits, and it plays it. It might be you getting the top of your ass crack.
Me screaming, Hartgrave, ah!
You son of a bitch! You fucking grave diggers! You motherfuckers!
Thank you for the money.
All right, Mitch, you're a seriously cool guy. I told you before we started, I had a strong feeling you were going to be my second best guest. You might be the first. I don't know. We had a good time here. I'd like to bring you back once we got this thing.
Let's go smash it. I'm kidding.
You motherfucker.
I love it.
Fuck you. All right, fuck you. Third best guest now. After that shit, you pull that shit on me.
Woo.
That's third best. That's third best.
I always loved your face when he was like, "Let's go smash it." You're like, "Man,
shut the fuck up." No, I love Valley. I
Valley's
fucking
awesome.
love Valley. No, this is gonna be the clip that I'm gonna put like at the start, so that people think we talk about Marvel Strike Force more than we do.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I love fucking Valley.
Oh, but I fucking love Valley, like dead ass. Like that guy's fucking great.
Yeah.
Did you see? So I mentioned I went to California, and I got COVID. The other thing I did is I did get to work out with Valley. Did you see that shit?
I saw that video. Yeah.
That shit
was an awesome
happened.
video.
So it finally I do the shit that I say I will do, and I know that Mitch, you will do the shit that you say you will do. We are going to send this fucking magazine. We have the list. We have the list of all the people that were backing, that were Patreons, MrHartgrave Patreons, when the original Indiegogo was running. And we're going to send you the fucking, whether you want the fucking magazine or not, it is going to be sent to you eventually someday.
Same folks that got the cards.
Same folks that got the cards. Which was really great, by the way. People seem to like that. I like it. I hand them out sometimes. My kid has one. She's like, this is great. This is great. My
Signed
dad's
by
flipping me off. This is fucking great.
Thanks, Dad.
I think I actually have something on the other side, so it's like you can put it in like a card protector at the back of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here it is, honey. I'm normal.
There you go.
It's nice. My daughter actually shot that picture on the card. That was her photography
really?
work. Yeah, that's a throne they had set up at what the fuck was it? Six Flags? No, Great Adventure. Here in New Jersey, we have a place called Great Adventure, and they had a Halloween throne set up. And I was like, this will be a good shot for something. And that's a trading card. Speaking of New Jersey, I wanted to throw it out there, and I wanted it on record. I wanted it public. What I would like to do a first with you, Mitch. I wouldn't. I don't know if you're going to make it here in time. I don't know if are you ever coming out to the East Coast?
I want to. I need a reason.
All right. Well, one of the reasons could be you could be my first in-studio guest. I haven't had. I bought a fucking couch and I put a microphone over here. I can have a guest. I even have other camera angles so you can even see the guest. But but I've never had an in-studio guest. So that invitation is open. I even got a Parts Unknown t-shirt over here for you. Although I probably would want to talk to you about wrestling some. So maybe go watch my wrestling videos. Maybe.
All right.
Go try.
Maybe.
How about if I make
wrestling videos?
How about if I
could what?
We could live react to them. Yeah. I could force you to watch like a Clockwork Orange. I could get your yes.
Yeah.
Come down to my creepy basement.
Sit on my casting couch and we're gonna watch wrestling.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Not Dahmer at all. Not Dahmer.
Yeah. I mean, look, you already got the fucking H on your tramp stamp, so like.
I will have it by that time. That's correct.
There you go. Yeah, if that's going down. All right, everybody. Look. All right, you're back up to my second best guest again. All right, Mitch, it was great talking to you. I'm sure we're going to have you back soon. I know you know what we say at the end of these videos. We say grave diggers.
Keep on digging.
He is I and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Matt Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, grave diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, grave diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster truck because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one happy private party, saying what up to the grave diggers, and doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves. So, you probably want to do it.